And also, Iran's top leadership has vowed that they will strike back at American interests after their top general's assassination by the Americans. Now, there are reports that Tehran is trying to identify U.S. assets within range to strike. But President Donald Trump has sounded a warning to Iran. If U.S. targets are struck, he has said the response will be very fast and very hard. Now, taking to Twitter, which of course is his favorite mode of communication, Donald Trump accused Soleimani of having American blood on his hands. He's also addressed reports that Iran was going to target U.S. assets in West Asia. In response, Donald Trump claims that 52 Iranian targets have been identified by the United States. Now, these targets are reportedly high-profile and important to Iran's culture. The 52 Iranian targets represent, apparently, according to Trump, the 52 Americans that Iran had held hostage after storming its embassy back in the year 1979. Now, this is the justification that Trump has got for identifying the 52 Iranian targets that he says that he's got in his mind. The U.S. assets in Iraq continue to remain extremely vulnerable amidst the rising tensions. Security forces are saying that a blast was heard near the U.S. embassy in Baghdad. Some reports say that the Green Zone, where the embassy is located, was hit by a Katyusha rocket. There have been no reports of any casualties in the incidents following the assassination and the post-aerial bombings carried out by the United States. Now, the Balad Air Force Base in Iraq was also targeted by about 2 missiles in a separate attack. Now, the Balad base is currently hosting the U.S. troops. For Iran, Soleimani was a very important and a revered general, but the United States has called him a terrorist, and the State Department has released a few figures to support their claim. Now, the United States says that Soleimani was responsible for killing 603 U.S. servicemen and maiming thousands more. Now, 17% of the U.S. personnel deaths between 2003 and 2011 can be attributed to the Al-Quds force, and this is what the State Department has claimed in the tweet that it has put out. Now, to protect American assets in the region, 3,000 more U.S. troops are en route to Kuwait, but U.S. officials have indicated that even more troops could be deployed for tasks such as the protection of the U.S. embassy in Lebanon, where Iran-backed Hezbollah is considered to have considerable clout. In Iraq and Iran, thousands of people continue to mourn the death of General Soleimani, and these are visuals from the holy shrine of Imam Ali in Najaf. Now, the Iraqi PMF militia are traditionally buried at the Wadi al-Salam cemetery later today. General Soleimani's remains will be taken to Iran's holy city of Mashhad, and from there on to Tehran. He will eventually be laid to rest in his hometown of Kerman on Tuesday.